The day is finally here. Royal Rumble 2023. This is one of three events that's up there for me. It's also the Super Bowl and WrestleMania. Like the energy, no matter who's participating, I'm just always hyped. I'm just always psyched. Like it's a special event. You work your whole day around it. Like, okay, I gotta get my food right. I gotta get my shirt right. I'm gonna be wearing this the Fiend, and I'll get into that. But yeah, it's special, man. Ever since I was a kid, the past 5 to 10 years, there have been a few misses, a few disappointing endings, but it's just the journey, the surprises. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like a kid on Christmas. Like, what am I gonna get? What do I get to unwrap? What is there gonna be a moment that's gonna be like immortalized in all the highlights and the clips and the feeling like where I was. A few, from the past few years I can think of course, Edge's return. Back in the day, honestly, I wasn't a big Edge guy. Uh, it was mainly kind of the Matt Hardy thing, you know, Lita cheating on Matt with Edge. That kind of like, I don't know. Uh, I did like Edge and the Brood, um, but yeah, no, Edge was never really one of my favorites. But of course, I felt that energy when he came back. That was amazing. I will forever remember the look on his face as he's like through the smoke. How wide his eyes were. It was just a special moment. Um, Another one I can think of that I still watch when I want to like get motivated or I want to get like I get goosebumps every time I watch it. It's when Becky Lynch enters for Lana. Like I kind of knew, it was kind of rumored. You could kind of feel it was going to happen some way somehow. That was like a special moment because that's when Becky really came into her own. That was like an amazing moment. Like I said, I watched that just randomly. It'll pop up in my head like, okay, I need to watch that Becky Lynch entrance again. It was perfect, perfect, like the Homelander meme. Um, And of course, when Drew McIntyre eliminated Brock Lesnar, I was watching with my ex at the time, and even she got into it. Even she, like, like enjoyed that moment. Like she wasn't the biggest wrestling fan at all, but she was a part. She could read the storyline. Brock was dominating everyone that Royal Rumble, and it's just like, damn, who the hell is finally going to eliminate him? And then when it finally happened, it was just like it was an awesome moment, and it built that tension between Drew and Brock. That was another like underrated moment. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, no, let's get on to this year. So the first thing you see on the screen is next to the two Royal Rumble matches. It's like the thing I'm excited for third most. They're hinting at it. I think it's gonna happen. I think the Fiend's gonna come back. I'm holding on to that sliver of hope. I hope because it's just the aura, his theme music. Oh, the Fiend's music, man. Like what a banger of a song. Like just the vibe of his entrance. I hope it happens. Uh, I know they might do something, with the Uncle Howdy stuff, but I feel like this is going to be a very underrated match. I don't even know. I don't know what the hell it's going to be. Like what does that mean? What does pitch black mean? Do they mean it literally, or are we going to be able to see it? I don't know. That's another thing. Like I want to see what it is. There's like so many things in LA Knight. I didn't really watch him in NXT, but there's a one Twitter account I follow. He loves LA Knight, so he's kind of like got me hyped for LA Knight. But yeah, no, he's very entertaining. He has that charisma. When he's on, some people when they're on the mic, you're like, okay, can can you just stop trying to talk? I mean, I know that's like detrimental to say, but some people they just can't talk. But LA Knight, he has some charisma. He has flash. So I'm really excited for this, mainly because of Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt. Him returning a few months back, that was one of my new favorite moments also. I was so hyped. I was yelling. I think I might have lost my voice from how hype I was about Bray coming back. Ever since, I say about 2014, 2015, the Wyatt family, I love Bray Wyatt. When he would open Raw every week with his promos, most people, I don't think they really listen. He was saying some real shit in his promos. Like, go back and listen if you haven't, if you don't remember it. He says some real good shit, man. I I loved every time I saw him opening Raw. He just had everyone entranced. Uh, that man can talk. That man has an amazing mind. I love Bray Wyatt. So I'm on the WWE page. I'm just going to scroll up and talk about what they have. So they have the men's and women's matches. Honestly, I kind of think the women's might happen first because that's what they've been doing the past few years, if I recall correctly. They'll have the women's to start off the show, the matches in between, and then you know, and then the men's Royal Rumble. So I'm really torn, because for the longest I was like really convinced Cody Rhodes is just a shoe-in, to win the Royal Rumble. He had that long feud with Seth Rollins, and I was just, okay, they're not gonna give it to him right away. He'll slowly have to work up to it and then win the Royal Rumble. But after he got hurt, you know, there's other things, there's other storylines, there's other people thriving right now. Like I just mentioned them, Seth Rollins is thriving too. Like there's so many people that would benefit from winning the Royal Rumble. I just hope they don't do the dumb thing and let Brock win again. Like that was a big selling point on SmackDown was, Brock entering the Royal Rumble. I was just like, oh, please no. I just hope it's not like the Royal Rumble I just mentioned from a few years ago. I hope he doesn't get in and just dominate. I mean, sure, if there's a few, wrestlers no one really cares about, let him get those little random eliminations. Don't keep him in the. I really don't want him in the last, the final four or whatever. Please no. But yeah, I can see Cody winning. I can see Seth winning because of how hot he is right now. I have seen some whispers, possibly Sammy, but come on, like I feel like Roman against Sammy would be a squash match if it did happen. But we'll get to that. And for the longest there was that internet rumor about The Rock. So I mean that's a dark horse too. Did they put out that that false rumor that they changed the storyline and that he was going to be in ring shape? Like, did they just put that out there to like distract and throw us off? So yeah, I could see The Rock, setting up the match everyone has kind of like pictured and imagined. Not Brock, Rock versus Roman. That's another one that could happen. Or they're going to do it, you know, like a triple threat match from a few years ago, Daniel Bryan and Edge. Are they going to do that again? Um, it's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like most of the time you can kind of guess who's going to win it, but this one, it's like a really good toss up. That's why I'm a little more excited than usual because I truly don't know. I truly don't know which way they're going to go, especially with Triple H in charge. He's carrying the ship pretty good. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be some good storytelling. I'm excited. And the women's, I could kind of see maybe Asuka. She was kind of denied her WrestleMania moment a few years ago. She was on this long winning streak, and then I think it was the wrong decision. But she lost to Charlotte. I could see them kind of atoning for that. I mean, there's other obvious choices. Becky or Bailey. I wouldn't be upset with those at all. Bailey, Bailey, I love Bailey, especially when she came back at SummerSlam. My gosh, she was looking amazing. But yeah, I love me some Bailey. Hey, I want some Bailey. I've also seen whispers of Rhea winning it. I'm a big fan of Rhea also. So if she won, I wouldn't be opposed to that. The two people I don't want winning are Ronda. I mean, she could get in and have some entertaining moments, but please, I don't want her winning. Like, can she just stay away from the title picture for a while? And also, Raquel Rodriguez. They play her as this, strong woman. Like, oh, she's so strong. Look at her back. But if you watch her matches, a lot of the time she struggles to like flex how strong she is. Like, she'll try to pull off a strong maneuver and kind of like do it awkwardly. I'm like, But if you see someone like Jade in AEW, that's a real strong woman right there. Jade is badass. You know. As for the surprises, I have been seeing Chris Masters. I do remember him from the Master Lock Challenge. That's really the only part I remember of him. I think I stopped watching when he actually wrestled. I just remember the challenge. Um, I definitely don't think Big E will come back. I'm not really worried about him coming back. I want him to take the time from that crazy injury. I saw on SmackDown the women's Royal Rumble was a lot less advertised than the men's. I feel like they are going to bring back a lot of the women's legends for the women's Royal Rumble, like they usually do. Nikki and Brie, um, and some of the others from the Attitude Era and and the Ruthless Aggression Era. I mean, I could see the women's being more wild card um, entries than the men's. Um, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know which way it's gonna go. I can't wait for it to play out. That's that's definitely what I'm looking forward to the most is the actual Royal Rumble matches. So Bianca versus Alexa. This is another one. Honestly, I'm not that excited for this match. Um, I kind of hope Alexa wins. I kind of hope, you know, maybe earlier in the night, Bray will come back as the Fiend, and that will kind of bring back her character. I don't know. I don't know how this one's gonna play out. I wouldn't mind seeing Alexa win though. I feel like Bianca has got kind of stale, but I wouldn't mind seeing Alexa win for sure. Freshen it up a little bit. Um, yeah, I mean, this match I'm probably like the least excited for. Um, I mean, I'm just ready to see, who the next challenger, who they choose to win the Royal Rumble is going to be. Honestly, I mean, yeah, it's just one of those matches. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it, but it's not one I'm particularly looking forward to. So the main event, I feel like, is also pretty intriguing. I definitely don't think Roman will lose. Don't get me wrong, I love Kevin Owens. Like Kevin Owens, I don't he's good on the mic. He has that comedic timing. He looks like a tough guy also. I don't know. I really love Kevin Owens. I didn't at first because that's how well he played his heel character when he first, started on the main roster. Like I really hated him, but that's how good he was. As I gotten older, I realized, oh, that's why I hated him because he was so good. But I know for sure this is gonna be a good one. Gonna be physical and like they have been with the past few Roman matches. I feel like they're gonna throw something in at the end, whether that's gonna be at the after the match or during the finish. I mean, come on, we already know the bloodline is gonna play some kind of factor. Sami Zayn is gonna play some kind of factor in the match. Is this gonna be when they finally turn him on the bloodline? It could be. I don't know. I don't know if they want to wait till WrestleMania for that or if they're going to do it now. I don't know. It's very intriguing. Like I said, I really don't see Roman losing the title. I'd be, genuinely shocked if they pull the trigger right now. But I think they'll do it at WrestleMania. But I could also see, you know, Roman winning, kind of controversial, a controversial ending and a win. And then the Rock's music hits. Maybe they just leave him at the top of the ramp and them having a stare off. I don't know if they'll have him come all the way to the ring. I could see it both ways. I could see them just letting his music hit and have the stare down. And then I could also see him coming to the ring and doing a face to face and maybe even go to blows. But one thing I really don't see is Kevin Owens winning. As like I said, as much as I like him, as much as I enjoy Kevin Owens, I don't know if they'll pull that trigger. I kind of don't think they will. I feel like they wanted a good enough match to top off the card to where people were like, okay, I'm not really looking forward to the universal title match. I'm gonna turn it off now. Like it's very intriguing. There's story and it's gonna be a great match. So I probably will do a reaction video after everything is panned out. I'm excited. I hope you are. Let's go. Let's enjoy it. This is our Super Bowl. Enjoy.